Hey guys, today we're going to talk about something that is very fundamental to yoga, to movement in general, to health, physical health in general, but something that is not often discussed, something that many yoga teachers don't really come around to because they're too busy with other aspects of the class, of your asana and your general flow. But it's very fundamental, and what we're talking about is the muscles underneath the foot. They're known as the plantar muscles or the plantar fascia, and it's connective tissue that goes all the way, is connected to muscle that goes all the way up the body. It's connected to fascia, I should say. It goes all around the body, right across up the legs, the lower back, right up to the head, all the tissue around the head. You know, if you're particularly tight down in the feet and the legs, etc., it all pulls, and you can end up with lower back pain and pain in the knees and the hips and headaches, etc. And this can all accumulate over time. So part of the reason that we get this, or a big part of the reason, is the shoes that we wear, because most shoes are cushioned underneath in the sole, and so the muscles don't get to really do much. A lot of people these days can't even really move their toes. And that's just a sign of those muscles have been going to sleep. And with practice, they reawaken. That's why you see a lot of people now wearing these barefoot shoes, like the 5 fingers that has like a glove on the foot. And there's other similar shoes that they call minimalist or barefoot designs. I think they're amazing, but before you do go to those sorts of shoes, talk to a specialist in that area, because the transition is important. If you're not used to it, then you need to gradually transition, as we do with everything in yoga, is we transition slowly without any shocks to the body. The way to give your plantar fascia a good workout with really very little effort at all, and you can do this any time of the day, is simply by sitting on your knees with your toes tucked under like this. So got that, toes tucked under. From there you can do your breathing exercises, if you do your alternate nostril breathing or just general breathing, or if you want to just watch television, if you're not into yoga breathing, whatever your thing is, sitting like this for not very long will probably feel quite painful. For most people this will be agony. But it doesn't take long before it starts to actually become easier and easier until it actually becomes quite comfortable. And this is really the way the feet are meant to operate. In the beginning, if it is too intense, grab a yoga block, place it between your legs and just raise your sit bones a little bit so that you can actually withstand some of that intensity. Now, this for me 12 months ago was very intense. Now it is not at all. That's really pleasurable. Make sure your baby toes are tucked under, because that's really important. They'll slip out otherwise. And there you have it, that's it. Don't sit for too long, don't sit till you're in agony. But if your knees are giving you any kinds of issues, then be careful. You know, don't force yourself into anything. As in all of yoga, you listen to your body first. I don't know your body, I can't feel what's going on inside of you, only you can. So if anything that I say feels like it's not right for you, don't do it, or make some kind of adjustment. Ideally, talk to your yoga teacher about this, or if you're not seeing a yoga teacher on a regular basis, then talk to a physio or talk to a personal trainer or someone who has an understanding of anatomy. But if your knees are giving you some problems, and many people do, grab an extra yoga mat, and these are cheap. You can buy these for a few bucks at places like Target and Kmart. There's many places like that. Pop it in the legs like that, and that just takes some of the pressure off again, if you want to combine that with the yoga block. Now we've got a more comfortable variation, but the toes are still doing their thing. They're still being stretched. And with time, you'll come to do this quite comfortably and easily. The other thing that is a very important fundamental in yoga, but is again often overlooked in our desire to reach the perfect asana, for example, perfect posture, is breathing that actually strengthens the body. So it's not just breathing to relax the body and to calm the mind, which is totally important. It's breathing in a way that strengthens the deep core of the body. Now there's two aspects to this. Obviously you've got inhale and exhale. many people know, and you may know, when you inhale to relax, you breathe into the belly, and that's it. You fill the belly like a balloon. Now, many people find that difficult because we're used to breathing in a very shallow way, just into the chest in our culture. But if you've done martial art or if you've done yoga for a while, you'll be familiar with belly breathing. Great for relaxation. When you want to strengthen the body's posture, whether you're in a yoga posture or you're just walking or hiking, or whether you're on your feet a lot, whatever you're doing, you want to breathe up into the chest. So you'll feel the difference immediately. If you breathe into the belly, it's very soft. The muscles around the lower back all relax. Great for relaxation, but you do, when you're active, you want to be breathing to here. And you want to really lift the sternum up. And when you breathe out, you want to suck your belly button to your spine. So really bring those deep muscles of the core in. And if you're into anatomy, you'll know that these are the transverse abdominals. They're the deepest layer of your abdominal muscles. These do not get developed from things like crunches and sit-ups and other abdominal exercises, but you can get a great workout by breathing deeply out, squeezing your belly to the spine, and it will feel quite strong. It's not easy. It's not something that can easily be seen on camera, but how it's going to roughly look is breathing in and exhaling. It's quite hard. And then if you want to take this a little bit further, include some spinal movement. So as you breathe in, you round the spine forwards, and as you breathe out, round the spine backwards. Bring your shoulders forward and suck your belly back into your spine. So it's opening the shoulders. Let's keep that chin tucked in. We don't want that sort of thing and end up hurting your neck. So we keep this is engaging the muscles of the neck, and these are sensitive bones in it. So we want to protect that, so we keep the chin in. So you may want to have your hand on your belly to feel this at first. I often tell students to have one hand on the chest and one hand on the belly. So when you breathe in, your hands will move apart from each other. And as you exhale, they come together. So those of you currently doing yoga or have studied yoga for some time, you may have heard of this aspect of breathing in and like deeply as Uddiyana Bandha. That's the Sanskrit term for it, and it's fundamental to yoga. This will tone the deep muscles of the core, the muscles that support the back. Great for anyone with back problems. It's great for anyone who's doing movement in general, and then in any posture, try and keep that sort of movement in. If it's something that's not a relaxation posture, you want to do this if you're lying on your back, for example, and going into a shavasana or like a meditative pose. But if you want to add another layer to strengthen the core, add a pelvic floor contraction. So the pelvic floor, best way to describe that is your stop peeing muscle. When you need to stop yourself from peeing and you really need to go, that's what I'm talking about. So on the inhale, you breathe into the chest. On the exhale, you breathe deeply back into the spine, and you contract your pelvic floor muscle. Now, any women who have been through pregnancy will probably have some knowledge of the pelvic floor exercises. So it's in, open the shoulders, and then exhale deeply. Contract the pelvic floor at the same time. It's hard to contract pelvic floor for very long. That develops over time. But on the exhale, it is easier to hold it than it is on the inhale. So Those exercises, breathing exercises, can be done anywhere, at any time. It can be done in the car, it can be done watching television. Great for yoga in general, excellent for movement, and try to use the same thing. If you're just walking, you'll find there's a lot less pressure on your legs and on your hips and on your back. If as you're walking, you're breathing up into the chest, you're lifting the weight off the joints, and you're exhaling and strengthening the core. I hope that's useful. Give it a go, and good luck with your practice.